Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The first video we're going to do is just to bring a video of this from the beginning. This is the video of the Texas girl, the Strand girl that was kidnapped and unalived by the FedEx driver. There's a big update in that, but I'll get to that next. But I will play the beginning of the video so then we can follow from the beginning. I actually remember when this all took place. Obviously, I wasn't doing reactions at the time, but I am going to play from the beginning of that, and then I'm going to bring you guys the biggest update on that case. Let's get into it.
In Texas, the small rural community of Paradise is coming together to mourn 7-year-old Athena Strand, whose body was found 2 days after she was reported missing from the driveway of her own home. A 31-year-old man driving for FedEx is in custody. Police say he confessed to kidnapping and killing their girl after making a delivery to her house.
That is absolutely insane, as you just heard. He confessed to kidnapping and unaliving the girl and kidnapped her from her driveway. As we also know from research and investigations of me looking into this case, that he threw her in the back of the FedEx vehicle and drove her away and drove her somewhere and unalived her. This is absolutely a shame, and I'm so glad to know that the family has received justice. I'm also play the uncle's speech as well, to the statement he read and wrote to the FedEx driver, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, absolutely insane. Let's continue.
Your CBS's Omar Villafranca.
Today, neighbors tied bows and balloons to their homes in memory of the 7-year-old who loved the color pink.
You will remember Athena every time we even see pink.
Wise County Sheriff's deputies say Strand was kidnapped from the driveway of her home in Paradise, Texas, about an hour outside of Fort Worth last Wednesday. After an extensive search, her body was found on Friday.
It hurts our hearts to know that that child died.
Investigators say 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner delivered a package to the house at about the same time the child disappeared. Over the weekend, FedEx issued a statement saying, "Our thoughts are with the family of Athena Strand during this most difficult time."
Athena Strand is her name. Like I said, Strand at the beginning of the video. And then Terry is the guy who did this uncivilized crime with his uncivilized self. We will continue.
Stranger abductions are rare. FBI statistics show they accounted for less than 1% of all kidnappings last year. Athena's grandfather posted a statement on Facebook forgiving Horner, saying in part, "I want 5 minutes alone in a cell with the psycho that took our Athena away from us." But there's
exactly, a true psycho indeed, an uncivilized human. Let's continue.
Soft, gentle voice in the back of my head telling me I need to forgive him. Phil Erickson is the associate pastor at First Baptist Church of Cottondale in Paradise. His son was in Athena's class at school.
I think it's a good wake-up call to parents just in general, just to be more aware of everything. And so just keep loving them, hug them tighter.
Horner had no criminal history, and now he's being held on a capital murder and aggravated kidnapping charge. His bond is $1.5 million.
That bond was so good when they set that at that time. Absolutely. And that capital murder charge, as I already told y'all, I got a big update on that here in a moment. But yes, that's exactly what he needed. A capital murder charge, never had a criminal history, and all of a sudden he did something as outrageous and uncivilized as this. Absolutely insane. Let's continue.
For this community, they're trying to heal. There'll be a vigil at the courthouse tonight and tomorrow. More than 2,000 people are expected for another memorial here at this church. Nora?
Such a disturbing story. Omar Villafranca, thank you so much.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. I think I remember, of course, seeing this on the news back then when, of course, when it all took place. I'm getting ready to get you guys the updates on all of this, but yeah, um, he's about to receive justice. He received justice this morning, today. Um, Obviously, it hasn't been totally executed yet, but I'm getting ready to play that next. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Join the Young Tripp family. Hit the bell notification. A lot of people are watching. Some people are subscribing. Some are not. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Young Tripp family. I drop videos like this every day. And yeah, I'm going to get into the next one. I'll have this video pinned at the top of the chat or in the description, and I'll have the other video that I'm getting ready to play either in the chat or in the description. I'll probably have the next video pinned at the top of the chat and this video pinned in the description. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join the Young Tripp family, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. This is the second video that I was telling you guys about. Regarding Miss Strand and the man who unalived the young 7-year-old girl. And here is the update. He was sentenced to death by lethal injection, and now I'm going to get into it.
Everyone may be seated. Good afternoon. Mr. Presiding Juror, it is my understanding the jury has reached a verdict on both issues. Okay, you hand it please to Deputy King. Answers to special issues. Special issue number one, whether there is a probability that the defendant would commit criminal acts of violence that would constitute a continuing threat to society. The answer, we, the jury, unanimously find beyond a reasonable doubt that the answer to special issue number one is yes, signed by the presiding juror. Special issue number two, whether taking into consideration all the evidence, including the circumstances of the offense, the defendant's character and background, and the personal moral culpability of the defendant, there is a sufficient mitigating circumstance or circumstances to warrant that a sentence of life imprisonment without parole rather than a death sentence be imposed. Answer, we, the jury, unanimously find that the answer to special issue number two is no, signed by the presiding juror. Does either side desire a poll? No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson, Mr. Goebel, is there any legal reason why sentence should not be pronounced?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Horner, if you'd stand, please. It's the order of the court that you, Tanner Lynn Horner, has been adjudged to be guilty of the offense of capital murder as found by the jury. Jury having answered the special issues, making it mandatory that your punishment be death, it is therefore the order of this court that your punishment be death. Before the hour of sunrise on a date to be determined by this court, upon a mandate of affirmance issued by the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals at the State Penitentiary in Huntsville, Texas, you will be caused to die in accordance with the rules and regulations established by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice until you, said Tanner Horner, are dead. Said execution procedure shall be determined and supervised by the Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. The clerk of this court shall issue a death warrant in accordance with this sentence directed to the Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for that purpose. Clerk shall deliver such warrant to the Sheriff of this county and to be by him delivered to the Director of the Department of Criminal Justice together with you, and you will remand to the custody of the Tarrant County Jail to await transportation to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice at Huntsville, Texas, and the execution of this sentence. I will sign this death sentence as required by law. Your appeal of the finding of this guilt by the jury and their determination of the answers to the question in this sentence are automatically appealed to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals in Austin, Texas. You will be appointed a lawyer to represent you on direct appeal, and your lawyer will receive a copy of the record of this case at no charge. You have the right to have a second lawyer to represent you on writs of habeas corpus. It's a separate matter from your direct appeal. Do you wish to have counsel appointed for your writ purposes? Okay, then I will appoint you writ lawyers for that. Ms. Anderson, Mr. Goebel, if you will remain on his case pending his decision, and we have all the appellate paperwork filled out, I have received his acknowledgement certification of the right to appeal, and I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah. So as you know, he is sentenced to death for what he did to the young girl Strand. And when you just think about everything that he did, throwing her in the back of the FedEx vehicle, taking her somewhere, unaliving her, and leaving her. He reciprocally got what needed to be done and what needed to happen. As a person, who always wanted to be a homicide detective, of course, I look at it as, nobody should ever have to pass away. But in this type of case like this, you have to kind of look at it very, very differently. What did that 7-year-old girl do to him? Nothing. He was supposed to be delivering a package to her home and leave. And instead, he ends up delivering the package and taking her and throwing her in the back of the vehicle and taking her somewhere and unaliving her. So in that case, you have to kind of look at this a little bit different. That he actually got the sentence that he needed, what was deserved, and the family got justice. And that is that. But let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video, like I said, pinned at the top of the chat and a link in the description. I'm also get the video of the uncle talking and add that as well too, and add everything and get this out to you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, join the Young Tripp family. A lot of people are watching, but a lot of people are not. Only a handful of people are subscribing. So make sure that people, join the Young Tripp family. And for people who are already subscribed, check your subscriptions, because YouTube is playing around with unsubscribing people. And I will catch you on the next one and get this last video out to you guys to add into this. Peace. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. Now we're going to get into the video where the uncle is speaking. Let's get into that now.
You may be seated. Is there an allocution? He may speak. He may speak from wherever he feels the most comfortable.
There are no words that truly capture the devastation that Tanner Horner caused us and our family. world is not just a child. He took a life, a future, and a piece of every single person who loved him. He took a granddaughter, a daughter, a niece, a cousin, and a friend. She would call me Uncle Elijah because she, for the longest time, couldn't say the Elijah part of my name. It was the best thing to see her running up to me with her arms open, yelling Uncle Elijah. And that's one of my last memories I have of it. And now I get to never hear that again. Athena was more than a headline. She was laughter, curiosity, kindness, and innocence. And she had dreams that she will never get to chase, birthdays that she will never celebrate, and a life she'll never get to live because of his actions. Our family has been left with an emptiness they can never be filled. I have 3 daughters, 2 that got to meet her and grow with her, and 1 that will never be. And he took that away from them as well, a cousin and a friend. He stole a sense of safety from all of us in our family. Me and my wife just got comfortable enough to let our kids play outside, and that's even in our backyard. It's not close to the road. He's robbed us of safety, peace, and our trust in the world, and forever changed who we are as a family. We are left to carry grief that never fades. We are left with questions that will still never have answers. And we are left trying to honor a beautiful little girl whose life was taken in the most senseless and horrific way. Tanner Horner, I want you to hear this correctly. You did not just take a life, you destroyed a man. You took a little girl who trusted the world and repaid that innocence with violence. You chose to cause pain that will last generations. You say you found God, but what you did to Athena stands in direct opposition to everything that you now claim to believe. In Matthew 18:6, it says, if anyone causes one of these little ones to stumble, it would be better for them to have a millstone hung around their neck than to be drowned. That is how seriously harm against a child is judged. And you will be judged. You will face the wrath of God. But I want you to know that you are nothing. You are a footnote in Athena's story. Her name will forever be remembered. Her name will forever be celebrated, and everyone will forget you. You wanted your 15 minutes of fame. You got it. No one's going to remember you after this.
Mr. Stegman, any other allocutions? No, Your Honor, thank you. Is your prisoner, Sheriff?
Advertisement, y'all.
Every day is a perfect day when I'm with them.
Mine is probably to go to a cafe.
I agree with everything that the uncle said. I agree with everything that the uncle said. It does state all that in the Bible. And yeah, he'll have to stand before the Lord and Savior for what he did. I know a lot of people are bringing up that, he never committed a crime before this. But obviously, the crime that he committed is so heinous that there's no coming back from that. Um, the sad part is that he'll probably file enough appeals to probably get sentenced to life in prison, to get it changed to life in prison, because he never did anything before this. But we'll see. As of this point, he is sentenced to unaliving. And hopefully that doesn't get overturned. Because of how heinous this crime was, that it was done to a child, innocent, outside, playing. She sees a FedEx driver pull up, thinking that, they're just going to drop off a Christmas present. And next thing you know, she's thrown in the back and the FedEx driver speeds off and unalives her and leaves her somewhere. Absolutely insane. Prayers go out to Athena's family, friends, and loved ones. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, join the Young Tripp family. I'll have the original videos pinned at the top of the chat and a link in the descriptions. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.